So you have watched a bunch of videos about self-improvement, and chances are you know a lot. You know about gratitude journaling, meditating, reading, showing your gratitude to others, and all these practices which you can do. And you probably know how you can improve yourself. You know which things you need to do. But how do you prevent falling back? How do you keep improving after that? Because just knowing certain things isn't enough. We think if we just know certain things, we're gonna act upon them, but that's not actually always the case. With self-improvement, it's often that we have to actively implement these things, even if it's very scary to actually implement them, to keep growing. And we are always so stuck in our habits, our safe bubble of just doing how we always used to do certain things. But it's actually very hard to step outside of this bubble. But that's actually the area where you will grow. So let's pretend you're in your safe bubble here, You are just doing like you are always doing, But if you actually step out of the bubble, you step out of your comfort zone, like maybe speaking to a girl, you will actually expand your comfort zone. So the next time you speak to a girl, it is actually not that scary anymore. And this is where a term of progressive overload comes in. So we use this term in the gym. So progressively overloading your weight is basically like every time you go to the gym, you try to increase your weight. But we can also use this term with other things. So you can use progressive overload in your social skills as well, and maybe even on your no-fap streak. So let's say you want to improve your social skills and you want to use progressive overload. So this means basically that you want to step outside of your bubble, your safe zone every time. You want to increase that level. So let's say you don't speak to random people. But today you're gonna speak to one person you don't know yet. You're gonna go to the gym and you're gonna go speak to some person you don't know yet. So, and that might be scary, and try to increase it. So one day you just talk to some random guy you don't know yet. The other day you try to step it up a notch and you actually try to speak to a girl. And the other day, the day after that, you try to ask a girl's number. And things like this, try to increase the level you're actually in, and that's the only way you will grow. And it's kind of hard, So we can say, yeah, we are on self-improvement, but if you are not actively like progressively overloading, you are basically regressing. So if you are not going forward, you are regressing, you are going backwards, because there is no thing as just standing still, and that's because of time, so the time is always going forward. So if we stay on the same level, we are automatically going backwards actually. So we need to go with time, we need to increase our level. So one practice I have done today, which is gonna help me, because I've been struggling with this a lot, I've known about all these certain practices which I can do, but I have a hard time actually implementing them and actually keep improving. I thought, when I first started self-improvement, I actually improved a lot because I started implementing all these habits like meditating and journaling and all these things, and I thought, yeah, I'm making great progress here. But after you've implemented all of those, what is there left? I meditate every day, I journal every day now, but I need to keep improving. That's the way of self-improvement. So one practice I did today was basically I made this list. So this is basically a list of how to keep improving, and these I have got like 6 or 7 milestones, and these are basically things to do. So my first milestone is I talk to some person I don't know yet. So when I do this practice, I can basically cross off, one of those things. So then I get like a few points. So the another milestone is I asked a girl's number, Another milestone is I went on a date, and I basically tried to collect as many points as possible. So every time I go on a date, I can basically cross off one thing of my list. And you also see I've got like points here. So 3, 2, 1, and 3 is basically maybe even the hardest. So 3 is I went on a date. 2 is I asked a girl's number, and I did a spontaneous thing for somebody. I talked to a girl in the street, park, or library. Showed my gratitude towards someone, and all these things. So these are things which I normally don't automatically do, which I have to put my mind to do. So yeah. So also today, I walked. I always go on a daily walk, and I saw a girl walking towards me. And actually, the first time was kind of a fail, because we looked to each other shortly, but after that she just basically looked down, and I said hi anyway. So but after that I tried it again with another girl, and just try to actively like look in her eye and actually smile. So yeah, things like that. I normally don't do these things, but just by doing them you actually like increase your comfort zone. And yeah, I think this is a great practice which you can actually do. And another one is your weekly goals. So I've got like a few. I just started out, weekly goals. So every time, because these are basically very broad milestones, I can just wait. I can just wait a few weeks for them. What? But these things I have to do this week. So I have to talk to 3 random people I don't know yet, and I have to ask one number from a girl. So yeah, I have to do this week, So every time I go to the gym and I see a nice girl, I will be thinking, well, should I go talk to her? Maybe ask her number, things like this. You will actively put yourself to it. And I need to complete this goal. Another thing you can do, which is actually really going to help you, is gratitude journaling. So I always did it on digitally, but you should do it on paper, because because if you do it on paper, it's actually going to take you a lot longer, and therefore you can take a deeper look into the things you are writing. You have to think more about the things you are writing, because you are writing slower. Because when you just type on your computer, you will be typing very fast, So yeah, if you are gratitude journaling, you can actually talk to yourself about all the things you want to improve. So let's say you actually spoke to a person you don't know yet, and the other day you will reflect on that. So what did I do good, and what did I do bad, or what could I have done better? Just ask yourself this and write it down, because every time you do this, you basically reflect on your actions. So I asked a girl's number yesterday, and today I can reflect on that. So how did I actually do it, and where am I proud of? What could I have done any better? And I think this is also very, very good, just to have a journal, just to help yourself with the things you want to improve. So with a journal like this, you can actually write down things you want to improve. So yeah, I'm not yet satisfied with this skill or that skill, and I want to improve it. And just the act of writing it down will actually release your thoughts a bit. Because normally, if you just keep all your thoughts floating in your head, it's like one big mess. It will actually give you quite a lot of satisfaction just to write in a book like this, and it will clear your mind. It's almost like a bit of a meditation practice. It's really it's really nice to do. So yeah, I will keep you updated on this endeavor. But yeah, try to implement these things if you actually want to keep improving. And another thing. If you want to keep improving your social skills, our Discord server is a great way to actually do this. We have got 17 guys in there now, so it's getting pretty cozy. But yeah, we can use some more guys, and then we can actually do some community course as well. So yeah, see you in the next one. Spartans, prepare for glory.